Hey everyone, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to use scallop stretch lace as a leg finishing on lingerie. So I've already applied it to one side of this pair of panties, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So one of the most important things to keep in mind when you're applying stretch lace that has a scalloped edge like this is to make sure that both sides are even. So you want the scallops to match up on either side. If they get offset at all, it looks really strange. So take a little bit of time to make sure that when you start, they're going to be equal on both sides. So I'm going to flip it over and start from the back on mine. And the way I do that is I put my lace together to start. There we go, on the part that I've already sewn on. And I'm going to start it over here. So I don't pin my lace on. You can kind of stretch it and pin it on it if you want. I just kind of put it on as I go. And you're going to want to make sure that the lower edge of your lace runs alongside the leg line of your panties. You can switch your sewing machine to a zigzag stitch and begin stitching on. You're going to want to go fairly slow, especially on a lace that's got a deep scallop like this. Okay, so I've just anchored my lace on with a quick little back tack, and I'm very slightly pulling on the lace. So just like with any elastic finishing, you're going to want to put a bit of tension on your lace to create a nice snug fit. You don't want too much tension, you don't want it to pucker or gather, you just want it to very gently contour. So just keep watching on your other side to make sure your scallops line up. Which mine have gotten a little off already. You can see how I'm making sure that the peak of each of these scallops are even on either side. So I'm just going to cut my lace here. There. So it's now applied along both sides. The second step I like to do is just run a second row of zigzag stitching along here. I do this in case any stitches break. There's this double row of stitching to keep the lace secured. So sticking with my zigzag stitch, I'm just going to really quickly do a straight line. I like to sew the stretch lace on before I do my side seams, just because it's really easy to do a nice side seam once you've got your elastic sewn on. So there, our stitching is complete. Now I'm just going to go in with a pair of nice sharp scissors and I'm going to trim back this excess fabric. Working from the inside. So now that both sides have the lace applied, you can sew your side seam and finish it with a serger or a zigzag stitch. At that point you might choose to finish your waistline and then sew your final side seam, or you could sew both side seams and do your waist elastic in a loop. Thanks for watching.